way to an adventure. Where are we going? Hello adventurers, and welcome back to my channel. My dad and I are off to an adventure, and today I think we're just going to kind of go around and see some interesting stuff. I'm going to share all that with you. We are in the Branson area, and guess what? It's going to be a blast. Last time Dad and I came up here, we had a little hiccup, so we didn't get to do all the things we wanted to do. So we're going to fill in the blanks of everything that we missed and take you guys along. So it's about to be super, super fun. Buckle up, Buttercup. I got to pick a song of the day, and I'll see you at our first stop. Stop number one, we're going to Chateau on the Lake. This is a place that is very nice, but during the holiday season, they do a gingerbread display that they leave up until after the holidays. So it's a stop that I always come to because it's slightly different every single year. So I'm going to share that with you guys. Nativity. This one's really nice. This thing is life-size basically. And just everything here is so decked out. It's so beautiful. I love coming here for this. It's just such a peaceful place with all the water. And then this year the display is huge. So that was fun. I enjoy coming here and seeing that every year because it is so different, but the hotel itself is beautiful. If you're looking for snacks, they have sweet treats. They have a couple restaurants here that are pretty good. They have a spa if you're staying here. They have like a movie room and some other things too. And the prices, well, during the holidays are going to be a little bit more expensive, but during the year you can get in here as a little bit more of a discount, especially in the off season. So keep that in mind. But with that said, we're off to find our next set of adventures. Today's video is sponsored by AspireX. AspireX creates power banks that help you power your adventures, and I'm going to be starting to use this one here in my van, but also in my small pack. This is going to be something that's going to allow me to plug and play my phone and other devices as I am traveling about. In addition, this could be used in a lot of different scenarios. All of these are things that we do here on the channel, so I thought it was a good fit. If you are familiar with my channel, I've been using some portable power banks that I just picked up at my local Walmart, and I really enjoy them, but this one has a few extra features that I think are going to make it extra special. So it's now time to pull it out of the box and check it out. It does come in this little protective plastic sleeve, so we're going to be getting that out and seeing how it works, but this should be just plug and play and very friendly. Now the nice thing about this is it's very small. As you can see, it's about the same size as my cell phone, so when I remove it from this little protective sleeve, I can instantly just start using it. It already comes a little bit charged up, and it looks like it's at like 74%. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of play with it throughout the day. As you can see here, there's a type A and 2 type C's. You can also charge through this orange one. This is an in or out. So I can charge it up and make sure that it's nice and topped off for my adventures. And then I can also use this one to pull away from. So that's kind of different from the other power sources that I have. Again, super, super user friendly, super small. This is AspireX, and I'll show you what this front display looks like. Here you can see it has the dual colors, and it shows you the battery life. Also, it will tell you how many watts that you're pulling out and in on 2 additional panels. So as we play with this, I'll show you a few more views, but oh my goodness, this is going to be awesome. Okay, it's time to charge, and I'm going to be using this AspireX. This AspireX is something that was sent to me to try out because a company saw that I use a ton of these. They said that theirs was more efficient, and they would love to see me give an honest review, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. And yeah, so I'm going to plug in my phone to it. Do I have the accessibility to plug in down here? Yes. Also though, do I want to test this out before I take it on a long Road trip? Also yes. So plug it into the Type-C. So this is going to be really easy. It's very similar to the other power packs that I use, but it has a Type-C. The ones that I have do not, because they just don't. So I have to either use a converter or I have to use a different kind of cord that goes from Type A to Type C, which is just not convenient because everything is moving to Type C now. So I have it plugged in just like this, and then I'll plug this in to my phone, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, there it is. It's showing that it's pulling about 8 watts out. I do like this because this is very different than the other power sources that I had. The others, it was just a flat percentage, and then you would kind of just watch it dwindle as you'd go. But this one, I can see how much it's pulling and for how long it's pulling, and I can do the mental math on how long the battery is going to last. So overall, this guy is going to be pretty awesome. This is a 65 watt, 20,000 milliamp hour power bank, so it could be used for a lot of different devices. I'm not sure what the max draw on this would be for a regular device. I probably wouldn't try to power anything larger than my phone or some camera batteries with it, but I could power up to 3 different devices in those categories, which is really nice. So I'm just gonna let this rock. I'll tell you about it kind of as we go, and as always, I'll follow through after I've used it for a little bit, which should be perfect timing because I'm on a trip right now. What, why are we here?
I challenge you to a bowling. I does.
So Dad's challenging me to bowling. So that means I have to get ready. Every time Dad and I go on a little adventure, we do some challenges. We like to bowl, we like to mini golf, and we also like to play video games and things like that. So today we're gonna see who wins. Last time, I don't remember how we did, but I'm pretty sure this guy beat me. I'm pretty sure he did. So, is Dad gonna win? Am I gonna win? I don't know, but let's find out. Every day is a weird adventure, and I find joy in all things that we do. So starting off with something beautiful and then moving into something challenging. It's all about how you perceive your life. You can do all sorts of cool things, but it doesn't always have to break the bank. For example, the thing that we just saw, absolutely free, and it was magical, so magical. This, we have found that if you come on a random off day when they're not super busy, you get to do it super cheap and have a really good time. So that's what we're doing next. Budget-friendly fun. And the nice thing about this is you can do this literally anywhere there's a bowling alley. So if you have even thought about bowling recently, go do it. Go do it. Okay, now I gotta find something that will work. We're gonna see if this is a good ball for me. I don't know. We will find out. And while Dad is searching out his ball, I'm gonna get our screen set up. So I have to pick a theme. And so we begin. Dad's gonna be bowling a bit different this time, so we'll see how this goes. Oh. I didn't go so badly for a different ball, Dad. Now, for those of you who have been following the channel for a while, the last time I bowled was when Dad and I bowled, so it's been a bit. Neither one of us have bowled since, so it's always like an adjustment. We have 2 games so far that we're gonna play. We'll see what happens. I have no idea, but you know, that's kind of the fun, so I'll check in with you guys after game 1. That was not good. Dad's making fun of me because I only got 1 pin.
Good one.
Haha, Dad. That one was even worse. This is not a good start. This is not, I repeat, a good start. I had to change out my ball. Dad changed out his, and I'm just watching some football updates while we're going here. This is kind of nice. It's nice just to kick back and watch a little sports. Maybe that will help me reframe my mind to do a bit better. Maybe, because I did really poorly the first one. Went out, changed the ball, poorly again, and then I picked up a spare. So maybe that was the difference. Game one. Oh. And we're back. Okay, so today was quite the challenge because neither one of us have bowled in a while, so it was a little bit of a low scoring game on both sides. About the time we started to figure it out, that was the end of the second game. The first game, I squeaked by a win. The second game, I barely squeaked by a win. But I get to be the winner today, guys. That doesn't happen very often, so we cherish these victories because last time, Dad was the winner. Dad was the winner. So, with that said, what are we getting into next? I don't know, but we'll figure it out. Also, I need to pick a song, and I think I have one for you guys today. I think, because I just won, we're gonna go with We Are the Champions, because I need to relish in this moment for a very short time, because it doesn't happen very often. We are the champions. Okay, so as we're traveling around, we're going through Reed Springs, and there is a geocache here. So we thought, let's find our geocache. Dad and I like to geocache together. We've been doing it for a very long time, and Dad actually taught me how to geocache very, very early on into my channel. So here we go. Okay, so the map that we have brought us to the back of the stone building, which is kind of cool. It is a little bit precarious, but it is positioned somewhere in here, we know. I don't love digging through things that have brush because of poison ivy purposes, because even if it's just been a hint of poison ivy, it's bad for me. So we're just kind of looking and seeing if we can see it. If we can see it, we're going to claim it. If not, we're going to mark in the app that we couldn't find it because of the brush. So yep, it's just kind of what it is. With that said, I think we're just going to call it. It does have a cool story though. The story behind this one that the person put out here is about Bonnie and Clyde. And Bonnie and Clyde have a history in this region. In fact, Bonnie and Clyde used to run kind of rampant through Missouri, Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas, all those places. And so it was kind of a cool history thing, if nothing else. But being in this place, apparently they have a connection to this area. So I'm going to go ahead and read the story. I'll update you when we get to the van. But yeah, this is a do not find. That's kind of sad, but at the same time, you know, it's not worth the poison ivy for me. It's just not. We'll find another one though at a different location. Okay, so the story goes, Bonnie and Clyde, in one of their random one-off moments where they were doing something bad, they had two cars. One was stolen, and the cops were pursuing them from Springfield and Galena. And somehow they managed to be here in Reed Springs, where there was a barricade of cops to stop them. So that was just yet another weird story of Bonnie and Clyde. I have seen two on this trip alone, one in Atoka and one here. And I'm sure that as we continue to travel, we'll put more pieces of that together. But oh my goodness, that was kind of a cool thing. And it was all because we were looking for a geocache. But now we found the Welcome Center, which has restrooms and a kiosk here. So I've never stopped off here, so I'm going to show you guys what it looks like. It's small but mighty. This is always a great place. If you see any kind of welcome stops, stop. Check them out. You might find some interesting information. Who knows? With that said, we're getting out. We're getting out. And the wind is hitting us. Oh yeah. But here it is. Ooh, history of Reed Springs. A little map of the places that are here. Also, they have some information for regular, everyday Reed Springersers. And then some things like this. Some of these are kind of out of date, but they do update these. Right across from that, you might not know what this is, but this is one of the old school Bass Pro Shops before they got to be so huge. Up the road, we have another place that we're going to adventure to. This is an original spring, I'm pretty sure. Pretty neat. Has some garbage in it now, but you can see it goes back in here. You can walk in. It's in this little gazebo. It's pretty cool. You never know until you go, and so we're just kind of having a good time, investigating, exploring, checking out some springs. There's also some other interesting things that we found kind of as you're going through the historic downtown, some of the older buildings. Some of them have buildings that are looking a little worse for wear, others are really nice. There's some businesses down here, so this is definitely a valid adventure day, definitely a cool adventure path. But for now, I gotta climb up out of here. Oh, this kind of reminds me of the ones that are in Eureka Springs. We just had the best experience. Right over here, they have a little business, and we met the business owner outside, and he was telling us, yes, in fact, this is the spring, and over 1 million gallons of water is at any point in time gushing under this area, which is kind of neat, right? But also, we got to chat with him about the history of the community and just some of the cool things. For example, this strip right over here that has some businesses in it used to be a Haggard pants plant, and they would just be busting out pants right and left, which is kind of neat. This was also one of the homes of one of Johnny Morris's original Bass Pro Shops, which is so cool because they still have the sign out here. But there's also a really neat historic jail that is kind of down over here. And so we're gonna go see if we can see it. It's kind of on private property now, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to see it, but we're gonna try. This is why whenever you see somebody, you talk to somebody, you get to know people, and you have a good time, and you learn some new things and get some brain wrinkles. So this has been so fun. Okay, so we're currently behind the post office, and they told us this is where it would be. And sure enough, sure enough, here it is. They did say that it had painted it, but this was the original jail, and there's actually, you can see through here just a little bit. Definitely like locked up, so you can't go in there, but wow. So this thing was built into kind of the side of the mountain, and it was very, very small, but it's really cool that they still have this. And I do kind of appreciate that they did paint it because it gives it a little bit more personality now. So yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, cool. Okay, so we found the story of Bonnie and Clyde in Reed Springs. We found some old businesses. We found one of the original Bass Pro Shops. We learned also through sitting down with everybody that Johnny Morris used to, when he was a kiddo, whenever he had nothing else to do, he would tie up his own lures, and they would make their own little flies and they would sell them, like before he had Bass Pro. So that's kind of cool too. And now we found the jail. So Reed Springs, even though it's a smaller community, lots of cool stuff here. So we've bowled, we've gone on an activity that had Christmas things. We've learned so much history, and oh my goodness, I don't even know where we're going next. Remember, we're not here for a long time, but we're here for a good time. I'll be seeing you next time, and I'll show you what else we get into, but this video is getting a little bit long with all the cool stuff. So yeah, there's no reason to not explore. Till next time, bye.